Good afternoon, kids. How are you? We were having some technical issues as I mentioned before, but don't worry. This is going to be your class, okay? The class is going to be here. Now, we were talking about that I want to know that you are feeling happy, that you, are you feeling, okay? If you're feeling happy, sad, or angry, annoyed, whatever, remember I am going to be here for you always, not only just to English class, but also to help you, okay? So now, we're going to move on and we are going to be praying, okay? Remember, you can ask our Lord whatever you want, whatever you need, and I am going to begin, okay? Remember to always put your hands together like this, close your eyes, and I will do the praying, okay? We will begin. Dearly Father, I want to thank you for everything you do for me, for everyone around me, for my students, their family, and everyone that is in here. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity of being here with them to help them, and please open their minds so they can understand everything. Please let them know that you are going to love them even when they make mistakes. So thank you for everything, for this week that is already over, and thank you for always being with me. Amen. Now remember, you can do it yourself. You can ask whatever you want, whatever you need. Remember, He's always going to listen to you, and He's always going to help you in whatever you want. Okay? Just have faith. Always remember to also be really faithful. Now, this class is for 5th grade. Okay? Now, I can't take attendance because I know you are all going to be here. So we're going to do a quick review of what we saw this week, okay? Now, do you remember what we saw? We were talking about Ireland. It was the first topic of the week. We talked about Ireland on Monday, remember? We also talked about superlative and comparative adjectives. It was a really easy topic, okay? Now, after that, we also saw the adverbs and the adverbs of time. Now, do you remember that? In the adverbs of time, always remember we use verbs. We use the action verbs, but written in the past tense. Always remember that. Also, if you make mistakes, don't worry, we are here to learn. I am here to guide you and to correct you. So please, if you have any doubts or anything, always ask me. You have my platform in Edmodo to ask me if you have any doubts about the topic, so don't worry about that. Also remember, it's a review. I know you're supposed to know that, but we can always review that again, so don't worry. Those were the topics of the week. Now that this week is already over, it's going to be a little different today. Why it's going to be a little different? Well, today we're going to see arts. As you can see, today we're going to be seeing arts. Well, what do you mean with arts, teacher? Well, we're going to be talking about one specific painter, okay? I know that you may not know him, as you know, for example, Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo, or all of those really famous painters, okay? We're going to be talking about Joan Miró, okay? I hope that you can see it. It's Joan Miró, okay? Now, he was a famous painter in Spain. He was born in Barcelona in April 20, okay? He was born many years ago. As you can see, he was born in 1983. And his technique was really different from the others. For example, he wanted to represent something but in a different way. Something that it was difficult for the human eye to recognize, okay? he wasn't going to be a painter from the beginning. He was actually studying commerce, but this particular teacher who taught him the arts was the one who made him change his mind, okay? It was thanks to a teacher that Joan Miró turned into this famous painter. Now, as you can see, this is one example of what he used to do. He is using a lot of different colors. As you can see, the blue is the one that you can see the most, okay? Also, the paintings had really weird names. For example, this painting, it's called Stair Crosses the Blue in a Fire Wheel. It may sound weird, but for some reason he knew what that meant, okay? This was one of his paintings. Now, this is the other. This is called Blue 2. As you can see, the color blue, again, it's the one that you can see here. It also has small black dots. I don't know if you can see it. And it's really simple. Even though it's really simple, this painting is also sold in many dollars. It's really expensive. I know that you may think like it doesn't make any sense because it's just a simple picture, but it represents something. And the last one is this one. Its name is Dog in Front of the Sun. It's talking about a dog, and you are supposed to see a dog in here. It's impossible, right? But that was the point of Joan Miró in his paintings. As you can see, this is a sun, and the dog is supposed to be in here, maybe here or here. It's a perspective, okay? So his paintings were amazing, but also really weird. Now, arts, it's not going to be just talking about different artists, okay? We are going to be doing something like Joan Miró, like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and all of those artists, okay? We are going to be doing one piece of art of our own, okay? So, what are we going to be needing? The materials are in here. The materials are really easy to have, okay? Some of them, you are going to have them on your house maybe. For example, a paper sheet or a piece of a cardboard. I have a white paper sheet here. Also, a glass of water and a paintbrush. I have it in here also. And my watercolors. Maybe you don't have any watercolors in your home, but don't worry. You can also use, for example, these small bags to make water, like Suco. This does one example. The little small bags of Suco, okay? You can use them if you don't have any watercolors. Now, what are we going to do? I use this. As you can see, this is a moon. I used a moon because I really like nighttime, and I placed them here. This is a moon, and I used also 2 stars. Okay? Now, we are going to begin. The point of this is that the moon is going to do this like a shade, okay? Like a shadow. So, if I am using this as a nighttime, I will begin using color blue. This dark blue, okay? And just do this. Always remember that if you're going to use paint like this, colors like this, use clothes that you don't that you don't like, I don't know. So if you stay in it, you don't worry about that, okay? Like this. Also be careful not to stain your table or wherever you are, okay? Like this. We are not going to use the dark blue in the entire paper sheet, okay? Just in this part, because then we are going to change the color. Also, it doesn't matter if the colors combine, okay? Now, I am done using the blue color. So now I am going to change to the pink one. To make it look better, I will begin in the blue part, so it combines, okay? I want the colors to get mixed, so that is why I am doing this. As you can see, the colors look really, really nice all together, and it make it seem like it's actually nighttime. Now do you see? Also remember, you are going to wait for the paper sheet to get dry. If you take out the moon, the paper sheet is going to rip out, and we don't want that, okay? So it looks really, really cool, as you can see. You can do this at home, okay? You don't have to use a moon too. I used a moon because I like it. Now with some red, some color red, okay? Sometimes when the weather is cloudy, sometimes the sky looks a little red, okay? So I am going to be using color red, just a little bit, like this. And then I'm going to change into some orange and some yellow. See, now the colors are getting combined, and that is the point. That is what I want to do, to get them mixed. Now see, it may seem easy, but it is actually really hard. Also because there are a lot of paintings using only just watercolors, and they look amazing. Like this. Okay, so I am only missing one small part of the paper sheet, and I am going to be using color yellow, like this, just on the ends. Okay, and if you have some white parts, don't worry, you can use different colors. You can mix them if you want, and it looks nicer, it looks better. And this is going to be the result, okay? After you finish, remember you're going to wait until the paper sheet gets dry, because if you try to take out the moon, it's going to rip off, and we don't want that, okay? So we're going to wait and leave the paper sheet, and it's going to turn out like this. This is already dry, okay? Remember, you can use whatever you want. You can use a heart, you can use another shape, anything that you want, okay? So I hope you like it. This was the art class. It was also like a little rest, okay, from this week. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for joining me on this entire week. I already want to meet you. I'm so eager to meet you. I know we're going to be having a lot of fun when we meet finally in person. So thank you for being here, and we are going to be seeing each other on Monday. Bye.